the Trevor Jackson podcast.
Was meant to stop. It's all about the trill, bitch. You ain't with this about.
I gotta stop that before I start getting out of character. Now, you know, Pimp C to me, man, Nas is the best. André 3000 and OutKast and Big Boy, they're the most influential for me in the South. Pimp C produced the beat, sung the hook, and rapped the verse. The first to do that. Greatest of all time to me, Pimp C, man. I wanted to play that because I want to get into celebrating André 3000 and Big Boy inducted into the 2025 Hall of Fame class. Let's read the article, then I'm going to play a few clips and we're going to talk about it, man. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame Foundation has officially revealed its electrifying class of 2025 with Atlanta's own OutKast, leading a dynamic group of inductees. The groundbreaking hip-hop duo joins a powerhouse lineup of music legends who have helped shape and redefined the sound of modern culture. The announcement, delivered live by Ryan Seacrest during a special Rock and Roll Hall of Fame themed episode of American Idol, sets the stage for an unforgettable induction celebration. OutKast's historic moment. The Grammy-winning duo of André 3000 and Big Boy has been hailed as one of the most innovative and influential acts in music history. With a career spanning over 3 decades, OutKast redefined the boundaries of hip-hop, blending funk, jazz, rock, and soul into genre-bending albums like Aquemini, Stank On Ya, and the critically acclaimed Speaker Box Love Below. Their cultural impact, lyrically, ingenuity, and fearless experimentation earned them a place among rock and roll's greatest trailblazers. Why is OutKast induction historic? OutKast become one of the few hip-hop groups recognized under the traditional Rock and Roll Hall of Fame performer category. Their body of work include classic albums like ATL's Aquemini and Speaker Box and The Love Below. Hold up now. Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music is a classic also. Redefined hip-hop and expanded its cultural reach. It did, man. Salute to them boys, man. Let me give them a round of applause. Real talk. Some of the greatest of all time, man. OutKast, Big Boy, André 3000. You know, what's interesting about that is that, to me, they are the best duo of all time in hip-hop. But they paving the way for other duos to get into the hip-hop the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. You know, Mobb Deep deserves to be in there. You just seen the classic album they just released, Havoc and Prodigy. 8 Ball and MJG deserve to be in there. UGK, rest in peace to Pimp C, who won a Grammy for International Players Anthem, featuring OutKast and David Banner and 8 Ball and MJG on the record. You know, it's just that I feel like it's a multitude of groups that could be in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, because how much do y'all value the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame at the end of the day? You know, they deserve to be in that most definitely because they are American culture. Let's get into the speech.
That were out from Busta Rhymes to Missy to Nas to Wu-Tang, and then even before, like we got Kilo, we got Raheem the Dream, like these were our heroes, and we were watching dancers in Atlanta, dance groups. Those were our heroes growing up. And the first time I actually even went to a studio was a session with Rico for East Point Chain Gang. First time I ever seen a real studio. So these things were important to see how to be professional in the studio. We had no money, we no real studio, but you know what I'm saying? It did what it had to do. But yeah, I'm freestyling, so y'all see. So I just want to, I'm going to do an exercise. I'm just going to start naming out stuff in Atlanta that I want to shout out. So I want to shout out Ben Hill Elementary. Shout out Ben Hill Tigers, Blue Team.
Tri-City High School.
Yeah. Cleveland East Elementary, Cleveland Apartments, McDonald's, Monsanto, Cargill, Club Nicky's. Tri-Cities, Southwest DeKalb, Miller Grove, Redan. Who else?
I want to say shout out to my auntie Chicken who came all the way from Savannah, Georgia, and for my for real, and my uncle Pee Wee, Uncle Trick. Y'all wanna did Trick's barbecue in Atlanta, in Savannah. Go get you some barbecue. You feel me?
What Big Blue? What Big Blue at? Michael Blue Wig. Big Blue, I don't know where yet. We love you. He dog, so we ain't gonna see him in here. We love you though. Yeah. But one thing that Jack said, man, Jack is, man, he's one of my favorites, man. We love you, man. But one thing that he said something about little rooms, and we started in a little. Little rooms. Great thing to start in little rooms. Yeah, man. That's it.
Long live Uncle Mooney.
You know, I reacted to his piano album. I reacted to his flute album that he's released. Somebody in my comment section said that he's dealing with anxiety also. That's why he hasn't been performing doing rap records lately. André 3000 is considerably one of the greatest rappers of all time that has never released a solo rap album. Something that I don't expect from him. You know, he gave the South a lot of credibility. He gave Atlanta a lot of credibility, not excluding Big Boy, because Big Boy is one of the best ever. And I have suggested on my platform a lot of times that why isn't Big Boy and Bun B collaborating together? You know, they should be doing albums together also. And because their partners isn't doing albums with them, even though that André 3000 hasn't passed like Pimp C, I would love to see Big Boy and Bun B doing records together though. But from him being on the Source Award saying that the South got something to say, to being acknowledged in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame speech. You know, Killer Mike has released a podcast and he wanted to give OutKast their flowers because, you know, they brought integrity to Atlanta. Because if you think about Atlanta before OutKast, it was booty music, Tootsie Roll, 69 Boys. I don't know if that's them niggas from Florida though, but they was making that bass music, that bounce music, that ass shaking music. It didn't have no lyric driven music or no substance.
You guys brought an authenticity to Atlanta that we didn't have and we deserved it. Because the other groups were dope. Another Bad Creation, Criss Cross, all these other groups were dope. But you could tell the influence was from outside coming in, like in terms of they were a reimagined version of something that the East or the West had given us. Whereas you guys really brought it out to Clay.
Yeah.
What gave y'all, you and Dre in particular, the confidence to lean into the style? Because rap used to be about styles. You never wanted to sound like anyone else. Like I could hear y'all and say, I know they influenced by Tribe because y'all didn't follow no 16. Y'all would get in and out of each other's patterns and y'all would get in each other. Flows would just end and then the next person pick up. But y'all didn't sound like Tribe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What was it about y'all sound that y'all knew this is it? This is what Atlanta, because y'all put College Park and East Point on the game. And like there was not at the time people repping those two suburbs in the way that y'all rep them. But post y'all, you'd have thought that was the littest part of the city.
No, right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I guess it was just that Southern pride, man. We was like, we want everybody to know where we from. You know what I mean? What we doing. Like, yeah, we down here in the dungeon. We got on these feel-out flip-flop with 3 pair of socks. Just in case you get clay on one, you peel it off, and get another pair off. You know what I mean? Like they gonna know us. Yeah, it's they soul as hell. They Geechee.
Yeah.
They from here. We took pride in that. You know what I mean? Like even like Dre said. You know, when we do interviews or whatever, like the slang, they're like, "Well, y'all niggas from the islands or something?" Like, nah, they from Atlanta, goddamn. You know what I'm saying?
Goddamn.
Some of that Gullah Geechee Savannah. You know what I mean? That's like what's crazy, and I never really realized it till like later on. It's like people from Savannah and New Orleans got the same accent.
Yeah, they do.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think that's the cool part about it, just being just authentic and being just unapologetically yourself. You know what I mean? Because nobody wasn't doing it.
You know what's interesting about him saying that? Like earlier this year, I went to the jazz festival that Janelle Monáe was headlining in Jacksonville, and my route was from Charlotte, North Carolina. He talking about the Gullah and the Geechee and how New Orleans and Atlanta is similar. I feel like African Americans, the indigenous black people, are on this trail like 85 South, from Charlotte to Charleston to, Atlanta to Jacksonville. That's where a majority of the black folks is that speak this lingo, this authentic black lingo. And what I want to say to the artists, that you can do the same thing that OutKast done by just authentically being yourself and just being you. Only thing you have to do is be you, man. Real talk. And that's a value that is, priceless. Being yourself and not trying to imitate what other people and other individuals is doing in the craft and the creativity. Create your own story, dawg. Real spill, man. Andre 3000 spoke at the speech. And like I said, that he is dealing with anxiety and issues with performing. And he had other people perform his parts of songs. So we're going to play a few of those records or whatever, and we're going to get straight to it. Let's go.
Play a sir. I heard it's not where you from or where you pay rent. Then I heard it's not what you make, but how much you spend.
You got me bent like elbows amongst other things, but I'm not worried. Cause when we step up in the party like a mouse, you service. Don't go get your shine box and your sack of nickel hits. To see me try to be like this drug. Daddy fat sacks, B-I-G-B-O-I is the same mother. Then put them knuckles to your eye and I try. The one you not to test, but you don't hear me. Give it a shot until my uncle got bad back up in. Let's go.
Throw your hands in the air and wave them like you just don't care. And if you like this and grace and all the pics, everybody let me hear you say, oh yeah.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson. I am for real. Never meant to make your daughter cry. I apologize. Ain't no daughter. Got something going on. You say it's popular. We say it's full grown. Hoping we feel this way forever. You have a pretty picnic, but you can't predict your head. Say it's time. I know I hope a line. And I'll be fine.
Quit to give it for living. Too out of jump in jail. Too low to think I might just hell. Hit it like 90 on sale. Then I might catch you a spell. Look at what came in the mail. A scale of small hammer. So go grill in a baby mama. In a pack of Pampers with no answer. True for what? True for AIDS. Make a nigga wanna sell true for days. Come back home, things are wrong, but not really. It was bad all along. Say hello, get on, let your way breathe. Believe there's always more. Don't put a thing out unless you plan a bag. Everybody say, yeah, don't need a bag out unless you plan a bag.
Here we go.
1, 2, 3. My baby don't mess around because she loves me slow. Yes, I know for sure. But does she really wanna? But can't stand to see me walk out the door. Yeah, don't try to fight the feeling, 'cause the thought alone is killing me right now. Thank God for mom and dad, 'cause we can do together, 'cause we don't know how.
Before I get to hating, I want to give all the artists a round of applause. Doja Cat, you a great artist, but I don't know what the hell you was trying to portray up there with, Miss Jackson. You did Miss Jackson a disservice, man. And the producers and the people who was playing instruments and all of that, y'all did Miss Jackson a disservice. JID, he signed to Dreamville. I feel like J. Cole did him a disservice by not featuring on his album, because his album is a fire album, and it could have been, a classic if J. Cole would have came and put a verse on there, or I don't know how much he implemented himself into that album or whatever though, but I feel like he could have contributed a little bit more to it because it has that Atlanta sound to it with that song with Ciara and Earth Gang, which Earth Gang is also signed to Dreamville Records. You know, a lot of these artists that's being signed that's very talented they ain't being signed to their homegrown state, Atlanta. They being signed to Dreamville and J. Cole. And JID is a unique talent that could be highlighted even more. You know, Janelle Monáe, I told y'all about me going to the Jazz Festival in Jacksonville, and she's a very talented individual. I feel like she did her thing. She played the instrument and she sung the song. Sleepy Brown also came up, but the person that I want to salute the most is Tyler, the Creator, because it seems as if he took it personal. He took it personal that he was being able to contribute to an OutKast medley. If I would have been able to contribute to an OutKast medley, I would have been practicing that and making sure that I was on point so I wouldn't embarrass myself, because these boys are legends. And they're going to be legends when we dead and gone. Real spill. But, you know, I got one more clip before we get into the Max B conversation is, you know, on the Killer Mike podcast where Big Boy sat down with Killer Mike asked Big Boy, what keeps you wanting to rap? What keeps you inspired? What keeps you wanting to say what you got to say?
You and like, because you all think on your solely now, right?
Yeah, for sure.
If you ever want to sell half, I definitely would like to be in with you on that. But so I walk in the studio and you in there rapping.
Yeah.
And what keep you on the rap? Because nigga, you rich.
Just wanted to make some new shit, man. Like just have it tucked. You know what I mean? So like you said, if you don't use it, you lose it. So I, you know, try to stay sharp. And then plus I get so much music from, you know, the whole squad of producers I got in the studio from Dijon and Go Dreamer and all the guys.
You got hungry around you too. Shouts out to Renegade. Renegade,
most definitely.
Your engineer is one of the better rappers and music makers
for sure
in the city. Shout out to Renegade Ray.
Most definitely.
Renegade
just dropped a new project.
Question. Y'all bought Stank On Ya
from who?
From
who?
Our hero.
From who?
Yeah. Has the ghost of Bobby Brown ever showed up?
I seen that motherfucker 2 times.
Yeah.
In Stank On Ya.
Stank On Ya.
Stank On Ya was Boss Town, correct?
Yeah. The story of Stank On Ya go like this.
Talk to me.
So we did our deal for Criminal Records, right?
Yeah.
We did a show, I think it was in North Carolina.
Nashville, Tennessee, to be exact. I know the story.
And Bobby Brown came to one of our shows.
On the bus first, talking shit.
Like on the bus. He was gone. I love Bobby Brown. I still go see New Edition all the time.
Yes, sir.
And then we was like asking him, because we were recording another studio. It was like, man, whatever happened to the studio, man? Like, what's going on with the studio? And Bobby Brown like, hey, man, y'all can have that studio, man.
He told he couldn't come to Atlanta no more.
He said,
he got banned from Atlanta.
So y'all can have the studio. Then we went back, we told our manager, Blue, he's like, hey, man, Bobby Brown said we can have the studio, man. Check on it. And so Sylvia Roan, who was doing a deal with us at the time,
Electra,
we put Stankonia in a deal with a criminal, and Sylvia Roan, appreciate that, mama, bought the studio for us as a part of the Criminal Records deal. It was one time for Bobby Brown too, man. It was divine intervention, man. You know what I mean?
But
You know, I never knew that Bobby Brown owned Stank On Ya. When I think of Stank On Ya, I think of Rico Wade. Like, who was the owner before Bobby Brown? Because somebody had to own it. That's interesting. And that's, you know, salute to Big Boy for buying back, you know, their foundation. I want to close it out, you know, that conversation about OutKast being inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame with this. The greatest duo of all time. No matter how many members in a group, they may be the greatest group of all time, but it's people that got Wu-Tang ahead of them. I want to say the first 2 projects that I ever purchased with my own money was It Was Written and OutKast's second album. I think it was ATL, the one after Southern Playalistic Cadillac Music. I was 14 years old. It was 94. And those guys have inspired me and continue to inspire me in ways that they only probably could imagine. Big Boy, Andre 3000, and Nas. Salute to them brothers being nominated for the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and creatively and artistically, they deserve any award, any congratulations that anybody want to give them in the world. I just want to say that I appreciate y'all boys, and I'm moving on to the next topic. Salute to the cast.
The Trevor Jackson Podcast.